Hi, and good morning from Dennis's apartment. Gonna eat some breakfast here, some delicious cereal, and then meet up with the parents in just a little bit. Alright, so we're getting packed up and ready to go. Gonna film a quick little project on Dennis's camera here, an audition, because he is an actor in Atlanta. There's the air mattress that I slept on last night. There's Dennis's bed, and I wanted to show off his computer because he made this, a spreadsheet for my trip to visit him in Atlanta. All the activities to do, stuff to do, places to eat. He had it all planned out and ready to go, which is probably going to change a little bit because we're with our parents now, which, speaking of them, they're probably going to come pick us up in a little bit to go to...
my secret spreadsheet.
What? Dennis, I just wanted to show off all the cool activities that you had to do, but we're going to go to the museum a little bit later on after we film your project, right?
Yep.
Alright, so here we are in the car with the parents. Hi, Mom and Dad.
Hi, good morning.
We're heading to a museum, right, Dennis?
Yep.
Where are we going?
The Atlanta History Museum.
That sounds fun. Alright, so we're heading inside. Hi, Mom.
Hey, I didn't mean to get in your... Hi. I was afraid I was messing up your movie.
No, you're totally fine. Just heading inside the museum. Never been here before, so excited to see what there is to see here.
This is awesome, isn't it?
Right?
I love these old buildings. They're just fascinating.
Alright, so we made it inside the museum. I have a paper map right here. These are the grounds right here. There's the Atlanta History Museum building right down there. And right now we are currently in the Stories of Atlanta portion of the museum. I'm definitely not going to do, by any means, a comprehensive experience of this museum, but I'll showcase what I think is probably pretty interesting as we just kind of traverse the museum and then head back outside. I think we're going to be here for a couple hours. The displays and artifacts in here are really interesting. They're about family, community, politics, and justice, urban growth, and cultural life. This is all very, very interesting. This is just a small portion of the museum though, and we have a good amount of space to cover in just a couple hours before we need to head off to grab some lunch. A lot of this highlights transportation and education, sports, entertainment, culinary, horticulture aspects of the culture, and it's all just really very interesting. It's a lot to take in, but it's very cool. Okay, so we're heading out of the Stories of Atlanta for right now over to the Cyclorama presentation in here. This goes on every hour, I'm pretty positive, so we want to make sure that we can do this. Looks like we're walking through the gift store to get back to the Cyclorama. There's also a place to get food back there too, which we may go to at some point. Okay, so we're heading downstairs to go to this Cyclorama presentation, which I hope we made it nice and on time for, and then we can continue to explore the museum a little bit more. So here we are doing the Cyclorama right now, which is just a massive circular
if you look
room
down
right here, a
past
massive
the
diorama.
You'll see two figures on horseback. The one in the front is General Sherman. And when you go downstairs and use that touch screen down there, you can see the incredible detail.
Alright, so the video presentation is over. I'm gonna head downstairs to get a little closer look at the Cyclorama, which is just this massive panoramic painting painted by German artists in 1886 of the Battle of Atlanta, which took place in 1864. So this is an incredibly old, over a 225-year-old painting. By the way, right down there, that is Clark Gable from Gone with the Wind, which is definitely pretty interesting. But this depicts a Union victory, and what's pretty interesting is that this has been restored and changed over the years to depict a false Confederate victory. They repainted a lot of the Confederate prisoners, and they redepicted them as fleeing Yankees. And then over the years, this has been changed back to a Union victory, which is what the battle was. These figurines have been added since, but the fact that this painting is just that old is just incredible. So I'm gonna go and walk around and just see what there is to see down here. But essentially, they were just fighting over the railway access to Atlanta back over there. The Confederates were trying to protect that, and then the Union obviously needed that for the supply. So there are 128 plaster figures that were added to the Cyclorama around 1936, so about 50 years after the painting itself was completed. These figures were added to the foreground. Way back over there, that is Stone Mountain, and there's a pretty cool little screen right here to navigate to see other landmarks and interesting people involved in the battle, or interesting facts about the Cyclorama itself. This is really cool, Mom.
Isn't it neat?
Alright, and back on the other side, there's Stone Mountain way up there, and interesting fact right here, this part of the diorama is the only African American depicted in the entire Cyclorama, in the entire painting. is just right over there on horseback, even though there were many more representing the Union in the actual battle itself. Here's Clark Gable again, who was only here as a figure because when he first saw the cyclorama, he said the only thing that's wrong with this is that I'm not in it, and then they put him in it. And then just kind of continuing along again. And then there's Atlanta way off in the distance right up there. So I think now we're gonna go grab a quick snack from the snack bar that they have here. I think they have some food. I think this is showing off the artists here that's built and painted the cyclorama. And then this just kind of shows and depicts the various restorations the painting has had over the years because it's very old. Okay, but now I'm heading over to meet up with the family to get some food. Hooray! This is the escalator that we took up to the top to see the presentation up there, which that was really cool too. Alright, so the food court is straight ahead, which is where I'm heading, but I'm passing by this massive locomotive here, and I'm pretty positive that I can go up the stairs and ring the bell. So I'm gonna do that real quick. There's the coal. Wow, this is pretty cool. Oh, it says, please do not ring the bell. Well, darn, I just heard somebody do it from far away, so I wanted to do it, but I'm not gonna do it. So that locomotive and the gift store that we walked through to get to the cyclorama, we're way over there. Now we're checking out the menu for a place called Super Ginny. They have soups, sandwiches, and salads. There's also apparently a restaurant outside, but this looks like a pretty cool place. You can also get some coffee over there. All right, so we just got our food. Mom and myself got this avocado wrap. Dennis and Dad got this roasted turkey and cheddar sandwich. Dennis got some soup there. This is called My Dad's Turkey Chili. And then I got the traditional chicken noodle soup. Dad got a fruit cup right over there. And then we got some cookies and some bread. I forget, I got
Get my fruit cup. Look at that.
yeah,
That looks
looks
great.
delicious. I got a coconut cookie, and then I think, Dennis, you got a chocolate chip cookie.
So,
And then we got some drinks as well. All right, so we're all done with lunch. We came downstairs. We're about to head outside. This is the Coca-Cola Cafe, which is currently closed. Look how fun it looks inside. It's pretty cool. Okay, so everybody's outside. That was gonna be our lunch for the day, I suppose. We were gonna go somewhere else, but we were all pretty hungry. So now we can spend a little bit more time here, exploring around.
see the map, this tells you what all's here.
Oh, that's cool.
We're right here at the Atlanta History Museum.
Right.
Parking deck goes over that way. So we thought we'd go this way, make the trek around this way, and then wind it back at the car.
Okay.
There's a rhododendron garden that's supposed to be really pretty.
Okay, so that's the museum. We did not get to see every single exhibit inside the museum, but we are going to be heading in this direction. It looks like there's a lot to see and to check out here, so let's do it. We have a limited amount of time. Well, this is interesting. Right over here. I need to grab the map back from my mom. So this is a farm. Right here. This is really cool. All right, so I got the map from my mom. Hopefully there's not too much of a glare right there, but we're over by the farm next to the quarry. I think we're gonna make a full lap of this and then head back to the parking garage. Like my mom said, this is pretty interesting though, just coming inside here and just seeing all of these old tools. And look at this, there's some animals right over here. There's some goats and some sheep. Look at them.
Goat farm.
Look at these little guys.
Aren't they cute?
So there's Claude and Dorothy. Those are the goats. And then there's Buster, Hercules, Mirabelle, and Daisy. And those are the sheep. And here they are.
Okay, Daisy.
Isn't this great?
Oh my goodness, there they come. Look out.
They're coming out.
Yeah, I think so. Not like before.
If a sheep or goat has an issue with you, it'll be the it'll be the they'll put you with their heads.
Okay.
You like peanuts?
It's okay. Hi there.
Hey.
Looks like everybody's out right now. This is pretty fun. My mom just got to meet Daisy. Right over there, Daisy the goat. Hello.
Okay, he wants a picture too.
How's it going?
Yeah. Daisy's really sweet. We've had her since she was just a couple months old, so she's grown up here.
How old does she now?
She's 4.
Okay. Well, hello there. I got to meet a sheep. Hooray. This is another portion of the farm. right over here with some more tools, it looks like. And then there's a little cottage over here, which apparently the first level is open and we can go inside. All right, we're gonna go inside this little cottage here. We can go into the first level. This is pretty cool.
Look at this nice fireplace. Wow.
Right?
See, every big room had its own fireplace typically.
Mm-hmm.
You know? They had
Is this the
multiple
kitchen
chimneys.
area? No, this is a bedroom. Okay.
Wow, this is pretty big for
Pretty sizable bedroom. This is pretty cool. Let's see. And would this be the kitchen? Huh. And then back into the living room.
Now this is probably the kitchen.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna guess.
It was separate because it came with the house back in the day.
Right? So this looks like it was definitely the kitchen in here.
A lot of times they would hang their herbs from the ceiling
Right?
and dry their herbs that way.
Mm-hmm.
And they use them in their cooking.
So right behind that building is a chicken coop that's right over there. And then in here, I think this is where the meats would be hung and preserved and dried. And there's a little garden right next to that building. This is cool. It's a little well right there. So here we are at the chicken coop. Have some roosters and some chickens in here, it looks like. Enjoying the shade back over here by the coop. That's pretty cool. Isn't this neat, Dennis? I always love these kinds of places. Pretty neat. So right behind that garden is the slave cabin. Here it says over half of the people living on the farm during the 1850s and 1860s were enslaved African Americans. It looks like this would have been their quarters in here. This is very interesting. And then right next to this is another garden area. Looks like we can walk through this one. There is a designated path here, more or less. But yeah, this was another garden, it looks like, that would have been tended to by the slaves, it looks like. So back inside the slave cabin, there are some banners over here that elaborate on the slave life on plantations and farms in Georgia, the work systems, the labor, the community life, the clothing, the housing. They would sleep upstairs in the loft. This is very interesting, but in an obvious, more reverence and melancholy sense. All right, so I think we're gonna continue along a little bit because we still want to make it to Stone Mountain. The only little structure that I still haven't shown off is this right over here. I think that's the outhouse. I'm gonna go check it out. A little bit hesitant to. Yep, this is definitely the outhouse. All right, continuing on. I think the family kind of left without me, so hopefully I can catch up with them. I love the bleeding behind me. It is hilarious. Okay, so they're over at the Swan House right now. This is a pretty fun bridge to cross over. And I love this. These kinds of locations, these recreations of historical significance are very, very just interesting to me, and just learning about those histories. All right, so this is the Swan House right here. This is our next stop along our walk around the grounds here. This is incredibly interesting over here. This is huge. So it says the Swan House was the home of a post-war cottage brokerage fortune family. Tour the house and grounds and experience the servant-based lifestyle that was characteristic of Atlanta's elite during the 1920s and then the 1930s. I'm heading up the stairs up here to get a nice perspective of the grounds. I don't know how much of this we're gonna be able to walk around and tour. There's an old vehicle over there. Right down there, there's a Model T. All right, so we came inside the house, which is very fancy. There's some massive rooms. Looks like we can go upstairs. This is pretty cool. So walking into this first room, it looks like this is more or less a sitting room area, bit of an office, sort of a study. This is cool. And then right across from that room is the dining room. This is beautiful in here. Wow. Look at this. Across from the dining room What sort of a room would this be? This is sort of a sitting room here. A bit of a den, like a living room situation. A good amount of couches and chairs, a grand piano, a fireplace. So back in the dining room, because adjacent to this room is Dennis, and then behind Dennis,
His mom.
his mom, and then behind mom is what would be the kitchen area, where it looks like meals would have been prepared in here, this area, as well as this area right in here. This is really cool. All right, so now we're gonna head upstairs just to see what's upstairs, presumably the bedrooms.
You wanted to get one of these glamour photos?
Oh, you wanna look all fancy on the fancy stairs
Yeah. Or like from like the movies where like the girl walks down the staircase.
with her fancy dress?
Yeah.
All right, so we came up the stairs here, and then right off to the side is one of the bedrooms. Hi, Dennis.
Didn't Congretti have this wallpaper? One like
They
similar to it?
may have had one similar to that. And then right off of this bedroom, which does look very similar to our grandparents' wallpaper, is the bathroom. Wow. This is incredibly
This
fancy.
is real marble.
Don't ruin it. And here's the view outside. Oop, just tapped my camera against the glass, but looks very nice. It looks like they have wedding ceremonies down there. So that bedroom was directly across from the one that I'm in right now. This was the children's bedroom. It looks like small little beds, toys everywhere, little tables to color on. This is pretty cool. Got a nice fireplace back over there, and there is a restroom right over here, which is much less extravagant than the other one. It is just a tub and a toilet and a little sink. So some of the rooms here are not actually part of the historical representation of the house. Like there are a couple rooms here that are just dedicated to the history of women's suffrage when it came to obtaining the right to vote, which I think is pretty interesting. So that was this room right here, and then the room right over there. There's the main bedroom. The children's room is right here, and now we are heading upstairs yet again. So what's up here?
It looks like this is probably like the servants' quarters were usually upstairs.
Really?
Did you see any up there?
Yeah. There's a one, looks like there was 3 bedrooms here. There's
Okay.
one open at the end, the bathroom.
This is interesting. A very small space in here.
You had to be in good shape.
Well, I don't think the servants are upstairs because it would get hotter upstairs.
So this was probably definitely the servant quarters. A very small little bathroom in here. And then a bedroom off to the side over here. But it does have a very nice view from up here of the lawn right outside. Okay, so now the only place that we have yet to explore in the house is going to be the basement all the way down at the very bottom. This is the kitchen right here with a very old looking phone. Heading downstairs to see what's down here. Okay, so this seems like an exhibit about the architecture of the Swan House. So this is pretty cool. There's also the restrooms down here as well. So it looks like a lot of this is about the interior decorating of the home as well and how it was furnished. Which is interesting because this is the basement. So it's a little bit unassuming, right? There's still a lot more to see that we are not gonna have time to really take in and appreciate because we still want to make it to Stone Mountain at some point. So I think we're gonna head back up, meet back up with Dad, and then head up onto the grounds and then kind of continue back around to the parking garage where we parked. All right, made it back upstairs. There's one room that I missed, which is right here at the very front of the house. Just a small little sitting room, little dining room right here with a tiny little restroom right next to it. All right, heading out of the house for now to catch back up with the family. We didn't get to see some of this, like this area right over here. But I think we're about to. This is the Swan House Gardens area. Look at this though, this is a Victorian playhouse. So this playhouse was relocated, but it's still incredibly interesting. There are 2 different rooms in here. How pleasant. Okay, really gotta meet back up with the family who I think are way off in the gardens over there. So I think they're around the corner down there, but it looks like this was just an outdoor porch area, currently screened in, probably not back in the day, but just a little area to entertain and relax here, just attached to the main part of the house. So this is the back of the house. Back here, that's where the servant quarters were, way up there, but this is a very extravagant back side of the house as well. And this is the view from the back of the house. They are doing a wedding today, it looks like. So that's pretty cool. They're getting it set up right now with drinks and chairs, so they might close this down a little bit early to prepare for that. But I think I need to go try to, I found Dad, but I need to find Mom and Dennis somewhere. They're down there? It is quite a hike up and down the stairs here, but it has been really worth it just to see the extent of this estate. And there's still so much more to explore. All right, so I made it all the way to the bottom, looking for my mom and Dennis, and then I called her, and they're all the way back up at the top now. So they went up the service road over here to meet up with my dad, so I'm heading all the way back up. There they are. There's everybody. Okay, we did it. Hello. So this is the quarry garden down there. There's the, I wanted to say the visitor center, but that's the museum. So it looks like we've completed our lap around the area, at least, or the majority of it. Okay, so we did not go to the cabin in the back of the park. That's a little bit of a ways back there, so I think we are heading back to the parking garage. I think we're gonna go to the rhododendron garden on the way back to the parking garage, which is right over there. Right over here. So this is the rhododendron garden. Those flowers right over there, right?
These right here, I'm pretty sure are rhododendron.
Looks like we also missed the Cherry Sims garden here. So, you know, it always just gives a nice excuse to come back at some point in the future, right? Got a pleasant little gazebo right down there. Okay, and that was pretty convenient because right across from that is the parking garage. So now we can hop in the car and then head over to Stone Mountain, which it's been a little while since I've been over there. And here we are getting back on the road to head towards Stone Mountain. Yay! Hooray! I'm in the front seat. I'm helping navigate. All right, and it looks like we've made it to Stone Mountain. You can see it ominously right there. Let's see if we can head over towards the front of it. All right, so we just parked right up there. Before we head over to Stone Mountain, we're gonna go visit and check out a mill down here. So the mill, I'm pretty positive, is gonna be right over there. We just came down the steps here. This is just a quick little side attraction on our way over to Stone Mountain, but it'll be pretty cool, I think. All right, we crossed the bridge right over there. We parked way up there on the hill, and here it is, the mill. Not sure if this is still operational right now, but it was at one point, probably a good while ago. All right, so this is the Stone Mountain Grist Mill. It was built around 1869, serving the area that it was built for about 100 years, and then was found abandoned, so it was carefully disassembled, transported, and reconstructed, completing renovations around 1965. So this is a very, very old mill here, and it does not currently look operational. But still, how cool, right? So this is what the grist mill looks like from the other side. Very pleasant little waterfall. Here, I absolutely love this. This is my absolute aesthetic, just hiking along riverbeds and creeks. There's a fantastic little trail off in that direction, but I think we're gonna go head off to Stone Mountain now, so heading back to the car up here, I think. Okay, so we're heading back to the parking lots. Right now, Mom's wearing the little neck AC cool down device I wanted to bring for them, and so far I think that she likes it. All right, and here we are at Stone Mountain Park. Myself and Dennis and maybe my mom are gonna be taking this walking path all the way to the Stone Mountain summit. We're over by the visitor center right now currently. There's the memorial lawn right down over here, which means we could get a pretty nice view of the mountain from over here. All right, so there it is, the carving on Stone Mountain, depicting 3 Confederate leaders, Jefferson Davis, Robert E. Lee, and Stonewall Jackson. I think this was completed in 1972, so it's about to be 50 years old. There's the carving in a little bit more detail. I zoomed in on it a little bit. There go the gondolas. That'll take you up to the summit, but I think Dennis and myself are going to be taking the trail to get to the top. All right, so we are heading back to the car to go ahead and drive over to the start of the trailhead, which is somewhere over there, I'm pretty positive. So heading back through the visitor center, I suppose. All right, so we parked and we made it to where the trailhead is to get to the summit of Stone Mountain. I think myself and Dennis are going to take this all the way up. I think my mom's going to come maybe halfway with us. My dad's going to hang out here, and then my mom's going to come back and meet up with him. All right, and here we go passing over the train tracks to head up the mountain to the summit of Stone Mountain. So this is a 1 mile hike to get to the summit. It has natural terrain, which is uneven and steep. Do not attempt to hike it if you have heart back or other limiting physical conditions. Use caution. The mountain is very slippery when wet. We have been to Stone Mountain in the past. We camped here a long time ago when we were all kids. I don't know if I've ever gone to the summit though from the walking trail. So when it comes to Stone Mountain, I don't want to interpret it as a celebration of the Confederacy. I know that that's literally the point of what Stone Mountain is. Personally, I just want to enjoy just getting to be here and appreciate just the nature aspect of the park and just kind of recognize it for the historical elements that it has. If that makes sense, it's a very PC interpretation. It's a very uncomfortable place to be, if I'm not gonna lie, but I do like it here. It is very beautiful, without a doubt. I haven't lost my breath quite yet, but it's getting a little bit more steep, although there are some more trees, so there's a little bit more shade, which is nice. Hey Dennis,
Hey.
Did you know that they filmed Stranger Things around here?
Wait, did they?
Yeah,
Where?
just in the vicinity of Stone Mountain.
I think you made that up.
No, I just looked it up. You okay? Yeah. And then you told me something interesting, that over at the Swan House they filmed.
One of the Hunger Games movies.
That's cool.
It was President Snow's house.
There's Mom and Dennis taking it casually way over there. Not really sure when my mom's gonna turn around because I think that she's gonna want to at some point. I don't think she's gonna want to go all the way to the summit. So we started way down there. We're taking a little bit of a water break right now. Mom's got a Powerade. I got a buy. Dennis has got some water. Are you gonna go all the way up or are you gonna turn around at some point?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably not do the final vertical haul. I might find a patch of shade and wait on y'all.
There's a really nice overlook right over there. It looks like we're getting pretty close, I'm pretty sure. There's some stacked rocks over here. I feel like if I put a rock on one of these, I'll be chief of Moana's tribe. So what I think is pretty cool is how they have power lines that go all the way up to the top of the mountain. And you can kind of see the vertical point right over here. I think that's what my mom doesn't really want to do in particular. She might stop there and hang out or turn around at that point. She hasn't really decided yet. So this is what I mean about the appreciation of nature here. Just this walkway, honestly, is just absolutely beautiful. There's so many other aspects of Stone Mountain and just Stone Mountain Park, which, fun fact, apparently Stone Mountain Park is exactly 100 years old to the day of the Lincoln assassination. I didn't know that. So it's hard to see, but way over there is a deer. Oops, I just tripped. There's the deer right there. She just crossed over the path. And then there she goes.
Give me the booty.
Alright, so we're still heading pretty much straight up. Pretty vertically. Alright, so we stopped for another water break, right, Dennis?
Mm-hmm.
I think we're about 2/3 of the way there. You hanging in there? Having a good time, though?
I'm kidding.
Nice.
Yeah, it's cool. It's hot because it's just humid and it's really sunny, and there's a few breaks, like right here there's a little bit of shade, but
What a cool experience, though, right?
yeah, it's my second time to do this. I did it at 62, so I got to do it at 64.
Okay, so I think we're getting pretty close. We've made it to some sort of a stairwell. Here, hold on, I'm gonna jump to this rock.
We're 2/3 of the way now.
2/3 of the way now? What? All right, so we stopped up at that little pavilion back there. I think we're getting pretty close. I think this is the vertical section that Mom and Dennis were talking about. I remember actually when Mom and Dad came to Stone Mountain a couple years ago. I really wanted to, and I was really jealous that I wasn't able to go. Here I am now. Looks like we are almost there. There are some handrails right up there to assist with getting to the top. That looks like it's gonna be pretty intense. So that's where we came from, way over there. And then if I zoom out, you can see way off in the distance, there's Atlanta. This is where the safety fence starts, right over here, because this is where it gets very steep. And there's Dennis and Mom about to head up to the summit of Stone Mountain. My mom wants to go all the way to the summit. All right, here we go, heading up a very steep slope all the way to the top. Mom, you're doing great. Dennis, you're doing all right.
Roy cuts out all my brilliant jokes.
I'm documenting your persistence here, Mama. You're doing really good. Look at you go. And there's Dennis down there taking a picture of the beautiful skyline. We came from all the way down there.
I did it!
You did it!
Woo! To the top!
Yay, Mom! Are we at the top or are we almost there?
We're almost there. It's like over that ridge.
So there's Mom relaxing on a rock right over there. There's the rail that we just went all the way up. I'm walking over here just to get a really cool view of everything. I think I'm gonna go right over here, see what I can see over here too. This looks like a service or emergency access road to get all the way to the top, but we are almost there. There's the ridge that Dennis was talking about. We're almost at the top. I can even see people right up here somewhere. Where are they? Yeah, right over there.
Are you videoing me?
I am.
Did you video me passed out on the rock?
A little bit. Are you hanging in there? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. It's just
a little bit better now. There's a little bit of a wind.
The older you get, the more weight you got to pull up the hill. So.
Well, I think the sun's going down. It's nice and breezy, so that's good.
It's a lot better than it was.
We're
was like
almost there.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Denny, hand up, buddy.
We are so close to the summit right now. There's Dennis. Nice. This is pretty interesting. Here, I wonder if this has or had anything to do with the scaffolding or the rappelling equipment that they used to actually carve Stone Mountain 50 years ago. That would have been really interesting. There's Atlanta way off in the distance. I don't think, in retrospect, this has anything to do with the carving of the mountain because I think that's on the other side. But we are almost there. Almost there. So I'm over by the fence trying to see the memorial lawn because that's where the carving would be. I'm pretty positive that it's right down there, but you just can't see it because that's the inn right over there. Yeah, I totally had a map in my back pocket the entire time. So we are pretty much right up here, almost to the summits, and the Stone Mountain Inn is right across from the memorial lawn right there. So cool. All right, we're in the final stretch. We're all linking arms now just to make sure we get to the top safe and sound. Have you had fun?
Well, seems like it was more fun 2 years ago.
Was it easier last time?
I think so. I mean, it was still a little hard, but I don't remember it being this hot.
It is pretty
It
warm
had to have
today.
been because it was like mid-July probably. And now it's end of July.
So there's the gondola parking. Dennis and I made it up to the top. Mom's relaxing, drinking some Powerade. And here it is. This is the summit. This is definitely where the carving is right here because that is the Stone Mountain Inn, which means the Stone Mountain or the memorial lawn would be right there. All right, so Mama's relaxing, drinking her Powerade. Dennis and I came over to the Sky Ride gondola launch. I think that there's some water over here so we can replenish our water bottles. Right, Dennis?
I am bone dry.
Okay, good to know. Let's get some water. So I'm not sure if they normally have food. It looks like they have a place for food up here, but I think it's closed. But I think that they do have water. So there is a little place to grab food back over there, but it was closed. So we did refill our water. And this is the view on the other side of the building. I don't know what that guy is doing down there, but less of a spectacular view over here, but still pretty cool. So there's the gondola station right there. People are boarding right now, which means the other gondola is about to head up the mountain. So I want to go and film that real quick and then head back over to Mom, and then we can head back down the mountain to Dad. So here goes the gondola heading down the mountain. This is pretty cool. It's a little bit daunting because the edge is pretty much right there. The other gondola should be coming up, but if you look pretty close, let's see if I can zoom in on it. There's the Memorial Hall right there, which is right next to the Memorial Lawn. So we're over by the edge where the carving is, and then there's the Memorial, or I guess the Stone Mountain Inn right there. But the other gondola should be coming up the mountain here any minute, and there it is. This would be the most convenient way to make it back to our car. It would probably have a pretty nice view as well, but alas, I think we are gonna head back down the mountain, down the trail. That was still pretty cool to see, right? Awesome. Okay, gonna head back over to meet up with Mom and Dennis, who I think are somewhere over there. The sun is getting ready to go down, so hopefully we make it back to the car before the sun does set. All right, so I'm gonna do a 360 shot around Mom. Place of her victory of doing the trek up Stone Mountain. You did it, Mom.
I did it. This is the victory. The victory sign.
I'm supposed to move with them.
Try not to fall over.
Yeah, it makes the shot more.
No, you're. No, she's just spinning around.
I should fall off.
Don't fall, please.
It'd be even more elegant.
So I think that's it. I think we're heading back down the mountain to meet up with Dad. Mom, I'm so proud of you. You did such a good job.
I hate to leave, but look, there's a rain shower coming in. You see that line of showers?
Oh yeah, there's rain pretty much surrounding
Heading
the
over.
mountain in both directions. Plus, I think we're all pretty famished, right?
Yeah. I mean, it seems a shame not to spend more time up here. It took me, how long, 2 hours? Okay, here we go. Dennis is getting a jump shot of Roy on top of Stone Mountain.
2, 3.
How'd he do, Denny?
Mom insisted because I have a bit of my own video that she really wanted to record me doing something, so.
I know, I want you to get in your own video for a change.
Shucks.
Now recording the birthday boy on the ground, taking pictures of the non-birthday boy.
Looks pretty good, right?
know. That is amazing. They get one at Dennis because he needs to get one too. It's his birthday.
Ready for this? I'll show Dennis how it's really done to take a picture.
Oh, you're getting in my angle.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Do it again, do it again.
My mom was unsatisfied with my jump shot, and now she wants to show me how it's done.
Ready, Mom?
Ready?
1, 2, 3. You're supposed to jump on 3, not like 7. 4, 5, 6. There she goes. That's how it's done.
Hey, it's a little harder to get the anti-gravity going there.
Alright, so we're officially heading back down the mountain. Hopefully it's a little bit easier heading down than it was heading up. At least it feels a lot less hot and humid, so that should hopefully help out a little bit. Alright, so we're moving pretty fast. Made it to the super steep part with the railing, right?
So much easier going down than up.
Absolutely.
Thank goodness.
Oh man, I have background music. There we go.
There's the guy playing a horn up there. Alright, we made it down to the bottom of the rail part, right?
Yeah.
Cool. This is great. We are really moving right now, which is phenomenal considering that it took us a little time to make it up to the top just because of how hot and humid it was. But Mom's making good time. We should easily make it back to Dad before the sun sets. There's a little pavilion that we took a little rest stop at earlier. And here are the random stairs. Right here, Mom is on the phone with Dad. Dad's like, "Where are you guys? Are you okay?" We're almost there, but a third of the way back down. We're still making incredible progress heading down the mountain. It's probably only gonna take about 15 minutes to get back to Dad, if that. It's interesting the kinds of people you meet on the trail. Here, some people are blasting rap music as they head up to the top of the mountain. Some people are, like that guy, blasting German music, it sounded like. Some people are just blowing on
Yeah, I thought
horns.
it was German too, but I think, and then I recognized some Spanish, so I think it was probably some
There's like a
Latin.
mariachi band.
Was it? No.
That's
Shows what I know about music. I don't know
I don't know, at first
anything about
I-
music, apparently.
It sounded to me like a polka.
So riding back down the mountain, and of course we see another deer
You know, it's better not to,
off in the woods.
you don't want them to get too used to coming up to people. 'Cause
No,
some people are mean, like her, she gets used to people. You know,
Right.
so,
just admire from afar. All right, so I think we made it down the incredibly rocky uphill part of the mountain at least. We are this close back to the car, back to Dad. Well, look who it is to meet us as we conclude our Stone Mountain adventure. Hi, Dad. You have a nice relaxing time there?
Hey, babe.
Did you have a good relaxing little time there?
Yeah.
Make any friends?
Well, I just watch people go by, so everybody under the sun.
All right, so now we're heading back to the car to potentially go somewhere to dinner. I think Dennis has a few ideas where we're gonna eat tonight. Hopefully it's soon because I am hungry, like I've mentioned many times. So do you know where we're gonna go for dinner, Dennis? Do you? Is it gonna be a surprise?
I can't tell you.
Of course.
I sat down here.
So you know what I'm really glad about our experience today?
What?
I'm glad that we just didn't take this for granted.
Nice and cool. What got me is
All right, so we are bumping around on the road now, off to dinner. There was a laser light show back at Stone Mountain, but it wasn't for another hour. So we're gonna go and elect to have some dinner. All right, guys?
Yeah, we got hungry. We're like, we did all that climbing and hiking. We need to eat.
And we're Union loyalists.
All right, so we arrived where we're gonna be eating dinner tonight. Not really sure where we are. Dennis, what is this place? Food terminal. I don't know what they have. Dennis, what kind of a place is this?
I think it's like technically Malaysian, but it's kind of like a Pan-Asian place, so there'll be like other kinds of dishes here too.
All right, so we made it back to our table. There's quite a selection of food here. This is like a magazine of a menu. Right now, I think we're gonna get a few drinks potentially Dennis has been here before with my parents when he first moved to Atlanta, so that's pretty cool. All right, so we got some drinks. I got an old fashioned. Dennis got
Thai tea.
a Thai tea, as well as Dad and Mom. Check out the menu. I think I'm gonna get this Grandma Wonton barbecue pork platter, it looks like, as well as potentially some teriyaki chicken skewers. I think so. And then Dennis got some appetizers. Okay, so the appetizers are here. What do we have, Dennis?
These are fish balls.
Okay.
That is like a shrimp and pork roll. That is samosa.
Okay.
And this is roti.
Cool.
So you haven't ordered yet, huh? Phil?
With curry chicken.
With what?
Curry chicken.
All right, so we put it in our orders. Mom and Dad both got the Ipo chicken and shrimp hor fun, which comes with chicken, shrimp, hor fun, whatever that is, chicken broth, fish cakes, bean sprouts, chives, fried shallots, and green onions. Dennis got is 6 hours braised beef with a beef brisket, signature thin noodle, beef broth, pickled mustard, and cilantro. And then of course I got, no I didn't, where's mine? What happened? What's going on? Hold on. Hold on, I can do it. I can find it, there we go. I got the Grandma Wonton barbecue pork, which comes with Grandma's secret barbecue pork recipe, served with thin noodle, wontons, bok choy, bean sprout, spring onion, fried egg, and fried shallot. Yay!
Said it was the best one, probably because it has 2 pages.
It has 2 pages dedicated in this massive magazine. This is pretty good. So the food has arrived. Mom and Dad, again, they got the same thing. This is mine right here. There's my skewers, and then there's Dennis's beef bowl. All right, all done with dinner. Now we're finally heading to Mom and Dad's hotel for the evening. That's where Dennis and I are gonna be sleeping tonight. We've been sleeping at Dennis's place, but now we're gonna go to the hotel. All right, we're driving through Atlanta to head to Mom and Dad's hotel. It's getting pretty late. It's about 10:30 at night, and we're gonna do some fun stuff tomorrow. So hopefully we can get back to the hotel. Tomorrow is Dennis's birthday, which is pretty cool. All right, so we made it up to the hotel room. We're gonna go to bed because we have an early day tomorrow, but today was incredibly massive, getting to go to the museum and then getting to go to Stone Mountain. It was a lot of fun. It was very tiring. We had an incredible dinner tonight, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. So thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Have a great day, and goodbye.